Beautiful, awesome people, and welcome back to Dark Cloud for the PlayStation 2 and my all-time favourite game. In the previous episode, we got ourselves a brand new ally by the name of Asta, aka Zhao is her default name as well, and as I said, she's my favourite character because of a couple of reasons which we're about to discover right now, actually. So, the goals for this episode is mainly go to at least floor 14, access floor 15 of Divine Beast Cave, get all the Atla, and restore or rebuild most of Norune village. And then that way, in the next episode, we can focus on completely finishing Divine Beast Cave and moving on from there. Which is kind of my layout plan for like episodes, depending on, of course, you know, how quick things go. So, for Zal, I'm gonna have to go through, and I really hope I get what I get out of this, because otherwise, rips, an explosion, that's fine. Oh, I love that. When you're invincible, you have iframes, and you can't click on a chest. Please be a Zal weapon. No, it's a Shamsha. No. That's not what I wanted. Well, I'll get pumped with energy since it's her default weapon. I don't need to worry about negatives at the moment. Atla, unfortunately hit your select button and go back to Toan or whoever you've named your default character. Because unfortunately, all our allies cannot touch the Atlas, so rips to that. So KrimZen's not entirely useless at this point. I know I said Zhao is basically my favourite character and the only character that I will use in this game. But I will be fair, and I will use him now and again, considering where he's at with his sword. So it's all good, it's all good. But keep in mind too that when you switch, you do keep your stamina boost as well. Forgot to mention that. But sometimes you will get some dungeon RNG where it will require you to use Zhao to jump over little gaps like we saw in the last episode on floor 8, which is where we left off, and that's also her like special dungeon ability is the crossover gaps, and I got the hag and I'm very glad because that's one step closer to getting supplies. Also, I got like the best item in the game, so I kind of don't need to manipulate. Oh, that was such bad aim. I saw that wasn't able to be touched, and I still attacked anyways. Luckily, endurance is max, so I don't actually use up any type of whips, which is why I love Zhao so much, or in this case, Asta. Since when she does use her slingshot, unlike a sword which does make contact onto an enemy, say like a statue dog or something like that, it doesn't always take whips, so she could be at an amazing 99 whips, and it might take 3 or 4 or 5 sometimes shots to actually drop it at one point, which is amazing. There is one other character in this game, sorry, I lie, there is 2 more characters in the game, sorry, while I just figure out what I was just about to explain, that have that particular characteristic where they can use a shot but not have their whips be affected when their endurance is at max. I may as well take pumped with energy once more. Oh, how's that? I was like, hey, just be careful though if you do use Toan or your default character that you may get some gaps and have to go back to Zhao anyways. So from now on, really the only time we might see KrimZen, depending on like how I feel, we might have to switch in between him, or KrimZen, sorry, and Asta, just so we can cross over some gaps. If you're using Toan, you might need to switch to Zal here and there, and it's a stupid mimic to get through the dungeon. Ow. But I do recommend you actually use Zal, whether you go back to dungeon floor 1 and build up, or use the broken dagger glitch. That's just another option, I guess. For those who didn't see the broken dagger glitch, I will gladly go through and redo it, since I guess we'll need to touch over it again if we do get Zhao's weapons. Luckily, Zhao's a bit easier to level up for weapons in comparison to like Toan, which, as I explained in the last episode, has so many weapon branches, it is insane, to the point of it can be a little confusing. Whereas Zhao only has a couple of weapons of choice, but they all kind of, well, majority of them will go into the weapon that you kind of want in the end, which is Angel Gear. She does get one other weapon, which is kind of a meme, I guess. I think when the developers made this game, I think they just wanted a really annoying weapon that is just plain old annoying for the memes. So that does have a upgrade, and I think that's it. There's only 2 ultimate weapons that she has, and that's it. I can't think if she... Oh, wait, no, she does technically have a third, but that third is kind of a pseudo, because it does build into one of her other ultimate weapons. Alright, we've got an urn. Urn for the burns. And that's floor 9 done. So I think the next one, or it's the one after? It may even be 12, where I recommend that you have Zhao up to a decent level before you enter, and I completely forgot that we had a Fruit of Eden from the very end of the last episode. So we may as well continue on. Broken Dagger Glitch just make this game absolutely broken at this point, where it is... Okay, it's not floor 10. I know it's coming up though. Where is my Fruit of Eden? Alright, we're gonna boost Asta's HP up to 80, so now it does put her at more HP than KrimZen. But she does have weaker defense. That is the downside to Zhao. Or in this case, as I said, Asta. It's really confusing, because it's like, I like using the default names, but then wow, that didn't hit? I'm just as confused as all of you are. I genuinely thought that hit. So the pellet, like, zoomed past Dash's head, and the Dash is just like, what? As it's running away in fear. Alright, magical crystal, we can see where everything is. Toan has, like, nothing on Drake. Wow! What is going on? 3 tram oils? I've only had one other playthrough where I got this lucky with the tram oils. I keep saying they're a rare thing, but now they're popping up like they're just a common thing and making me a liar. Also, Rockin' Off. Best name ever. And they will drop stones, which is fine. Stones are good, stones can be thrown. Stones can be done for damage. That's all that needs to be said. It can be a little annoying though, because they drop quite a lot of them, unfortunately. If you do get something like... Oh, I thought I wasn't be able to damage them. I was like, oh, this is bad, but they're not a statue dog, which is a good thing. When you get like the Bandit Slingshot, which does kind of lead me on to another point actually. The one downside to the Broken Dagger glitch is the fact that we only allow 5 specials, which I brought up in the last episode. We do lose quite a vital ability from one of Zhao's slingshots, which is the Bandit Slingshot, which allows steal. So we can steal things from the enemies, which can be a good thing, but in this case, unfortunately, because we lose steal in the process of the Broken Dagger glitch, we kind of, lose a very vital thing. So I may have to go through and legitimately do Bandit Slingshot and actually grow that up. So that could be, that's a good thing for me. I mean, the other good thing too, reason why that doesn't bother me as much as you think it would, I can buy Bandit Slingshot from one of the future towns we'll be visiting. Not sure when we do one of the people's houses from the Atlas. So it's not that bad of a thing. It can be done quickly, and if the game's already beaten, it just makes my job so much easier to explain stuff, and I'll have plenty of Gilda. The other thing I'm thinking too, because I was a little confused, but then again I have not been paying attention to my water, is I think Quench is... Oh, I said in this episode I'd have the notes on like all of the weapon stuff. I don't. I forgot. I'm legitimately recording this straight after episode 2, so you would have thought, I would have had the notes in front of me, because it's clear in my mind that I said that. But I'm a doofy doofus, and I didn't grab the notes to double check, so I will try and have that up for a future episode. Or I do a separate episode, or not like a separate episode, but like a separate video on it. I keep saying I'm going to do guides, but that'll happen one day. That will happen one day. Same with like backfloor stuff, because there's like one really good dungeon that we'll have later down the track where you can grind up really easy, which is why I said being a little bit further into the game is going to be great for grinding, because we'll have access to a lot of resources that will make grinding so much easier for both casual play and for building up a Bandit Slingshot or a weapon with steel. Hi Ghost. Goodbye Ghost. It was nice knowing ya. It was real. Also the abuse. Oh, maybe it doesn't work. I'll have a look at that. So I was just wondering about that. Dren's Windmill. Weapon. Did it work? No, it didn't. So that doesn't work. I was just about to say, luckily I didn't. The the abs abuse that I showed off in the last episode could have been applied to allies, but it doesn't work. It only applies when you're doing it to one particular character, and that is it. If I come down to Zhao, by the way, or Asto, I know I'm in the right floor. Okay, this is the floor where I recommend having Zhao up a lot of levels. Limited zone where you can only use Zhao or Asto in this case. So if you do not have Zhao at a decent level, okay, I'm gonna say Asto because it's probably confusing everyone when I say Zhao. You're gonna have a really rough time. Mainly on this little, wow! I've got Broken Dagger on that and it did not one shot. I do have I do! Wow! Okay, beware of dragons, because even Broken Dagger, Wooden Slingshot +1 did not one-shot that. And that's amazing, that's all I can say. Okay! I'm in awe over how tanky the dragon is. I know they're tanky, but I assumed with Broken Dagger that would have one-shotted it. But that's just prime example of why be careful of the dragon. If you have some bombs, bomb nuts, I don't know if you can get it this early in the game, a poisonous apple, or any type of actives that do any type of damage. I do have to double check one item. I rarely use this item, but let's just have a look. I don't think this will do anything like major, but if it helps, I can cover it, get out the way. I know you're a stationary item, but get out the way. Oh, well, Opars are nothing, goodbye. Opars are nothing, you can literally just avoid them. What is going on? I did not one-shot a mask. Oh, I forgot, that's why. Okay, there's one thing I overlooked when I was explaining Zhao's weapon. Unfortunately, because she is a long-range character, same with the other two in this game, I do believe. If they attack from a distance, they're gonna do less damage. If you're up close to an enemy and fire your slingshot, it'll do more damage. That's probably, ooh, I wonder if that made it. I swear I was up pretty close to the dragon. Not so close that it would kiss me, but speaking of which, I really don't want to kiss a dragon, but let's just have a look. Ooh, go away. Oh my god, that did nothing. I knew the stone was useless. Nah, even up close, that did nothing. One hit from the dragon's magic, you might, or like fire attack, you might live, but don't go up too close because I'm pretty sure that either comes close to one-shotting, or if you've taken prior damage, it will one-shot. Do not approach the dragon. Do not feed the dragon. Do not pet the dragon. Whatever you do, just do not get close to the dragon. That's my advice with Zhao. Do not get close to the dragon. Please don't revive. The Master Jacket's the other thing I have forgotten to explain with Master Jacket, which is the skeleton I just killed. They can revive themselves. Yay for repair powder, by the way. Did one of them revive? So, every now and again you will get a naughty little Master Jacket that's just like, nah, I'm not dying today. I'm gonna attach Holy to this, by the way. For Dragon, I do believe they go down easier to Ice, I think? I may have also not one-shotted a Dragon because I actually didn't have an attribute equipped because the Slingshot has no attribute originally. Oh, like that. That's a perfect example of, yeah, be careful, it can revive itself, which is terribly annoying when that happens. Alright, time to grab some more abs. So unlike the previous limited zone where we got no abs whatsoever, at least here we do get some really decent abs. So if you do want to come in here and, wow, I can't pick that up. And train up Zal or Asta. This is like the perfect floor to do it, so just keep going in and out, in and out. Okay, Ice does one-shot that, awesome. Well, that makes a big difference, doesn't it? Dragon, not that scary if you have ice attached to it, so if you're doing this with one of the later floors where you can use Toan or KrimZen, Bone Rapier is really good because that has a default of ice. Zhao, just attach it, or you can buy ice from the old Gaffer and then try and take down the dragons with it. So that's probably my advice, is to buy ice attribute from the old Gaffer and upgrade it a couple of times in the lower floors so you can get past this particular limited zone a lot easier. Or bombs, bomb nuts. Don't worry about stones. You can ditch them if you want, but they're not going to do that much damage. And that'll be the easiest way through. And then slowly but surely keep going through it with escape powders. Or that is technically the other option too, is just to keep going in and out with escape powders and hoping you get the Dran's Crest early. I think that might have been the way I did it originally, was just to rely on RNG to get out of the limited zone with Zhao. This was back when I was a nub, by the way. Hag's house, awesome. Alright, back to Zhao. Asta, sorry. I seriously do not know what to call her. Because, as I said, her default name is Zhao, which I like. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right, because it's X. X-I-A-O. I'm pretty sure it is Zhao. If I'm saying it wrong, then I will say Asta. Just for the sake of everyone being happy. But if you do want me to call her by default name and not bothered by it and know exactly what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments section. And if you're not happy with it, oopsie doozies. It might be happening for a while since I am bulk recording. You know how it is with me, I'll bulk record for a little while. So I'm ahead and I can have less stress over a series, please. Curse is fine unless of course this is a weapon, and then I'll be very sad. Please don't be a decent weapon. Okay, that's fine. It's a Gladius. It's just a Gladius. It's for Toan. It's sorry for KrimZen. Oh man, this is starting to confuse me. 2 names makes it so confusing on the brain. What do I call you? It's like, I gave them personal names. You'd think I'd call them by that name. No, I'm calling them by their default name. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though. Didn't I do that for Mystery Dungeon? I would say Martiana instead of Asta. Or did I say Asta instead of Martiana? I feel for Pokemon, though, you can get away with just calling them by their nickname. Whereas in this game, it's like, error, cannot compute. I got another stone. Well, guess where that stone's going? And they don't sell for much either. They literally sell for 1 guilder. So at that point, you may as well ditch them, or you can throw them in the bin. Make no difference whatsoever. I'm pretty sure your guilder account isn't gonna cry over 1 guilder. Alright, we got 2 floors left, by the way, so we'll finish off the Atla here, and I'm pretty sure as well there's no limited zones remaining. There was only 2 limited zones, I do believe, in Divine Beast Cave. And then I'm gonna have a really good time at trying to remember all the limited zones in the next dungeon. Because it's just gonna get more and more insane. More insane on the membrane. Alright, magical crystal. It was another curse. That's fine with me because I can't swap my weapon anyways. As long as there's no explosion at this point. And I am very, 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 very sad because we just got the Bandit Slingshot. I did get Poisonous Apple. Well, a bit late than never, I guess, but that is an item you can use on the dragons. If we see another dragon, I'll explain why. The only thing I can... Wow, we are blessed today by the Run! Die! Go away. Oh, you just happen to have the dragon's crest. I wonder if that's by design or if that's just by RNG. Because sometimes the developers are like a naughty and will slot it into a king mimic all the time. Which then kind of defeats the purpose of RNG at that point. Well, now we have a decision. Do I go Bandit Slingshot? Well, at this rate, I may as well Synth Sphere and then go into Bandit. Because Bandit's obviously going to have like more attack than Wooden Slingshot. And as I said, for the guide, quotation marks, I will happily just buy it from one of the future shops that we'll come across. Move. Goodbye. Seriously? Wow, this is why you always lock on with Asta, because yeah, aiming her without lock on is not fun. Hey! Okay, you go away, you useless bat. You, on the other hand, are annoying. Goodbye. Good, you actually stayed down. Oh. At this point, statues are nothing. Statues cower in fear, especially when there's ice on Zhao's wet. At this point, I can't make up my mind. Do I go Asta or do I go KrimZen? Do I go Asta or do I say Zhao? I am super torn if you can't tell. I'd like both names. I know it's by, at this point, it's a ritual that we do. A tricycle? I like to ride my tricycle. That we at least name one character Asta in our playthroughs from now on. Because Asta is my dog and I love my little puppy girl. I ran straight past Jan's door because I am so conflicted. Oh. Excuse me. I plucked my last feather. Wait. Oh, that's right. I didn't have enough money to buy a second one. Oh, that makes me sad. Right, we're walking at normal speed. We're no longer blistering around at the speed of sound. And having fun and outrunning trucks. Alright, so this is the second last floor. And as I said, I'm pretty sure there's no limited zones that I can think of. If there is, I'm going to cry. As long as my abs are sitting at a low stage, that's good. Unless, of course, the limited zone affects my quench. Which is a thing. So, while we're talking about it and just killing a little time here while I go through floor 13, which, I don't know, could be unlucky. Limited zones can affect a couple of things. We've already seen limited zones that reduce abs and also make it you can't switch weapons. We've seen limited zones that lock you into a character. Now, the other things you can get... Where's my poisonous apple? I wanted to show this off. Let me just do this first. Why is there two of them in this room? Let me get rid of one first, just for the sake of my sanity. Well, that's a thing. Oh no, that's doing a bit more than I thought. So poisonous apple is another good item to taking down dragons, if you can find them. I just wanted to see if it lasts the entire time. Or does it wear off? Oh, why is there 3 of them in this room? Goodbye. My abs is full, which is good. Dragons drop so much, by the way, so I may as well take good use of them. And dropped an attachment. Holy, nice. And it appears to be lasting the entire time, so if you really wanted to stall it out, you can. Nice. But as I said, it's finding them. And I do not remember at all if poisonous apples spawn in the earlier floors or if it's just later floors. I cannot remember. You may get lucky if you find the Bandit Slingshot quite quickly and might be able to get them off. I think the ghost might drop them. I'll have to do like a whole bunch of research onto that. It's gonna be fun, like going through the old good days of using Bandit Slingshot and stealing everything. This is just dragon infested, isn't it? And there's a good prime example of distance makes a big difference. Hey, that kind of rhymed, didn't it? Distance made a difference. I like that. That sounds really catchy. We should make that like a slogan for Asta. Distance makes a difference. I don't know what for though. Oh, there's dragons everywhere. It makes me kind of scared actually. My thirst is gone. Again. It's alright, I need to do 3. Alright, Antidote Amulet. Exactly what I wanted. Rip after extensive use. I don't think you need to put that into your active for many years. When I say many years, the entire time I've been playing this game, I've always had it in my active. I've not once ever had it in just my inventory, so maybe this could be a good time to see if I get poisoned without the Antidote Amulet in my active. So that way I don't make a boo-boo in my narration, be like, oh hey guys, you need to have this in your active for it to activate. Dran's horn. So maybe I'll find a cave bat. Good. Hi! I need you to do something for me, buddy. Can you poison me, buddy? Can you poison me, buddy? Can you poison me, buddy? Nah. It might take a little while. I don't think he can poison me. Just a slight inkling. Luckily there's a pond here, so I can recover my health. Yeah, it doesn't look like you did it in your active. Well, that's good to know. Because that was always a pain. Yep, he can't poison me. We'll try one more round. Oh, I did get poisoned! Wow, okay. No, you do need it in your active. Here I was thinking, oh, I haven't been poisoned yet. Well, oh, maybe I should use one of these just to show this off. Wait. Am I still poisoned? I am still poisoned, wait. Ah. Okay, well, luckily I didn't explain that particular nonsense because it's not true. I was just about to say stamina can heal poison, but it doesn't. It does prevent poison. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. Okay, so in order for like to not be wow, I really am all over the place, ain't I? To make it so you don't get poisoned, I'm not sure if the Antidote Amulet just reduces it, but I'm pretty sure if it's an active, it just makes it so it's hard, like you don't get poisoned. But then again, when in God's name will you be allowing a bat to be doing that many hits to you? Like, you gotta be honest, like, that was a lot of hits before I got poisoned, so I'm not sure if it reduces the chance to be poisoned, or if an active it makes it you cannot be poisoned. I'm gonna double check that. I've just always assumed, oh, defense against enemies' poison attack will rip after extensive use, so maybe it does reduce the chance of being poisoned. Either way, I'm just gonna have it there. I don't think you do, after just seeing what I just witnessed. You can probably just have it in your inventory. You know what? A curse again? Have I had like a single poison yet? I mean, that's fine, but... Oh, nice, I got 2 of them. Well, there we go. The game was very nice to me today. I'm gonna just put that back in my inventory and just see what happens if it just breaks naturally. If it breaks naturally, then it tells me that I don't need it inactive, which, great for later levels. Go away. You too. You can give me your abs though while you're at it. When I say give me your abs, it sounds like I'm asking for the 6-pack or something. Not a 6-pack of beer, I mean 6-pack of muscles. I mean, fun fact, I used to have abs. I used to have a 2-pack. that was it. That was the most I could do, was a 2-pack. I can't remember. I think it was like my upper body that had the two, but then I couldn't get my core and I couldn't get the lower part, I don't think, was where I struggled. Because I suck. Oh, no, I didn't suck at push-ups. I was relatively good at push-ups because I did taekwondo. I did a lot of sports too. I think it might have been the bottom actually, then the top half, because my upper body strength was arse, like non-existent. Even if I trained, I just, some odd reason, couldn't build up any upper body strength. I had enough strength for defense and that was it. But building up any muscle, yeah, good luck with that. So I'm hoping, I was meant to talk about this in the last episode. I mentioned, like, I alluded to it, but then I never explained. I've been so tired because I've been working out. And when I say working out, I have been doing, well, at the time you guys see this, it'll be, what, long ago. I don't know if I'm still doing it. Please ask in the comments if I'm still doing my workout regime. If I am, then I congratulate my future self for, like, sticking to it. At the moment, I've had to take a couple of days rest because I'm so exhausted. And not only mention too, here's a bookmark for myself. Future me, hopefully your cortisol issue's fine. I had like blood tests for like the last 3 months or something like that, and they finally figured out what's wrong with me. So I've kind of had like a couple of stages of deteriorating health. Not bad deteriorating health, but it kind of became an issue when I reported that I'm so exhausted. Sleep is not helping. Like, I'm waking up tired even though I sleep for 15 hours. Like, hypersomnia symptoms. Another one! Oh, never mind. Oh, so sad. This is gonna have Dran's Crest. No, I've already picked up Dran's Crest, haven't I? Anyways, we went from there, had blood tests to figure out what's going on. Came back with a moderate vitamin D deficiency. That's fine. Got vitamin D tablets. Take that for 12 weeks, have a retest and it should be fine. Also get out in the sun, you lazy bugger. And then after that, I end up having a hypoglycemic event, which is where your blood sugar spikes down to a 3. Oh my lord, that better not be a king mimic. It can't be, because normally it's one king mimic and that's it. Nah, surely I'm not that lucky today. Am I seriously that lucky? If that's a Bandit Slingshot, I'm gonna be like buying a lotto ticket, or I'm gonna get one of my lotto tickets checked. Or we go get one, because this is insane. I didn't have to switch. Why did I switch? What is wrong with me? Wow, okay, I'm buying a lotto ticket at this rate. Bone Slingshot, 2 Bandit Slingshots, Bone Slingshots, that's not the fragile one, is it? Doubt. I'll have a look. No, it's not. I just remember there being one weapon that had the fragile status, which meant its endurance was trash. Even though it could be at 99, it was still trash. And the weapon would break a lot easier. Anyways, I had a hypoglycemic event where my blood sugar just dropped, and luckily at that time that the attack happened, I just happened to have been at the pharmacy asking about a way of checking my blood sugar levels and if I should get like a little blood sugar tester, which I ended up getting anyways because at the time of asking, my attack happened. So at that point the pharmacy's like, yeah, you should probably take one until you figure out what's going on. So for those curious, hypoglycemia, it's the opposite of diabetes otherwise. So I have a high tolerance for glucose. So meaning I can eat like a chocolate cake, I can have a really sugary drink at the same time. I can have red cordial if I really wanted to. A chocolate cake, had my blood sugar spike up to an 8, which for a lot of people is dangerous. And then half an hour later, my blood sugar would be down to a 5, which is about middle range. Meaning, yeah, my blood sugar tolerance is like extremely high and I can moderate it really quickly. So to have it drop quickly is quite scary, so we thought there was something wrong with my insulin. So in the process of testing my insulin, my doctor's like, let's go test my whatchamacallit, that carries like the blood. Why am I switching when I do not need to? I am telling you a story, but I'm also screwing up my gameplay. At the same time as testing the insulin. So came back, cortisol is way too high, which explains why I'm tired, explains why my blood sugar drops, because the cortisol is like the stress hormone or something like that. And if it's too high, it prevents like a ton of things from happening, like metabolism stops, you can gain, you can also gain a bit of weight in certain areas, mainly the face. I think I read in somewhere else. And it can really screw with blood sugar levels. So we found that out, and now I'm in the process of kind of waiting back to hear what our treatment is for the cortisol. And during that process, I'm an idiot and was like, oh hey, let's do some workout because I need to lose a bit of weight because of the effects of the cortisol. I want to reverse it. And dumb me was like, oh wait, I'm exhausted because A, I can't get energy back anyways because of my cortisol being too high. And B, you get exhausted anyways from exercising. Also floor 15, which is, yes, you just saw, the boss. We can't go any further because we need a key. Oh, can I press the right button? There is a horn-shaped keyhole. Use the square button, and I am still pressing the wrong button. Let's leave. So yeah, that's why I'm exhausted, and it also affects memory too. I forgot to mention that high cortisol can affect brain function. So if I forget to do things like pressing the wrong button, I'm gonna blame my cortisol. Okay, so we have just done all the floors for Divine Beast Cave, and I have, wow, only half an episode. I thought that might happen, so I came prepared. Firstly, we're gonna go check a whole bunch of houses for, yes, Undead Buster. I hate this blur, or I'm still sick from the Pokemon Ranger race that I had at the time of recording, which went for 5 hours staring at a 3DS screen. I would not like to do that again, please. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but oh my lord, did it make me sick. I think I had motion sickness by the end of it. It felt like motion sickness, but I kind of got a funny feeling too. It may have just been the fact that I could have just been nauseous from staring at a small screen for 5 hours, which is something that does happen to me. Thanks to my eyes being so garbage short-sighted. My eyesight's deteriorating, which sucks. I got that news just as it started happening too. I was like, yay, let's go get my eyes checked, because I've never had my eyes checked in yonks. From a distance, I have perfect eyesight, but apparently my near sight's starting to go, so your girl needs to wear glasses. And she might need to go into permanent glasses later down the track. So for gaming, I wear glasses, but I got a feeling like maybe 5 years' time, I'm going to have to be wearing permanent glasses, as my near sight's going to be completely trash. So from 20/20 vision down to nothing. Well, 0/20 most likely. Isn't that what they say? 0/20 for like bad near sight but really good far sight? I don't know. It was originally 20/20, but me sad because that 20/20 status is disappearing. Alright, cool. Well, now that that's done and I've managed to kill enough time with talking you guys, let's get into the business! Alright, so I can't find my original reference, and I honestly thought my walkthrough book was going to help me with this. I need to not do that. I need to then hit... Oh, that works. Never mind. And then move and place. Do that. Alright, we need a clean slate. So, there's a reason for doing this. One, it just is good for 100% playthrough, and two, you actually do get something for 100%ing a village request. So we have everyone's diorama stuff, so we can go through and just place down what we know. Slot Auntie, so that's Auntie Laura. Where is Laura? Auntie Laura. And then a little fireball, which is not Paige. We want Carl. Wait, what? Oh, a little fireball, isn't that... No? Excuse me? A little fireball. Oh, it's Gina. Ignore my little doof on that one. Paige at Paige's house. Alright, the Hag's house we need. I thought for a second I was starting to panic. I'm like, wait, where is everything? And then we want cabin, and then hopefully we'll start ditching some of these items enough so I can actually see all my items. We need stairs, and I still don't, there, and then the first slot was llama. Our net. Dran's Windmill, I'm going to put that down last. Well, sorry, I'm going to finish it last because we'll get an event for doing it. Alright, small windmill. Alright, now we finally can see everything. Alright, so far that's everything we can do without speaking to people. So we'll do this one by one. And I managed to chop off my legend. Good job, me, you legend! Alright, so in front of the chief's house, we want to put my house. Now, I'm trying to think like what the easier. I think it's there. You can easily double check too, by the way. So sometimes they'll want their house facing a certain direction. Alright, how should I rebuild Norune? Let's see, it'd be lovely if the morning sun would come in from the upstairs window and wake me up. Yay! So in other words, I haven't got this facing the right way. Alright, that way then. Let's see if I get the spot-on approval for that. Please tell me I did. Oh no. Did I not? I have no idea which way the window... It's all guesses at this point. I can't, as I said, I could not find my original walkthrough, which actually showed you like the proper grid and everything to do this, so we're all doing this by guesses. Thank you! Now the sun tells me it's morning. Alright, so that request is done. So we have the house in the perfect spot. Now, we want... Excuse me. I guess the easiest one to do next would be... I'm just trying to think what would be the easiest one to do. V is cave. If we do the river, that might be the easiest one, because everything kind of goes around the river. Alright, so we'll start here, because that's like the... Oh no, I might have screwed up. Okay, I'm gonna go there, and then I'm going to go back and go yonks to that, and move that there. Alright, and then we got the Gaffer's Buggy. He, I think, wants it near the river for the sake of supplies. Well, a shop needs houses around it to do good business. Oh, really? You are going to be a pain, aren't you? Well, I can't go any closer with you. Alright, well, I guess we keep building the river. It kind of like meets in the middle. So the middle is around there. Maybe I should put down Dran's Windmill because I also need that. And then there's a road that goes around it. If I put that there, I wonder if we're gonna have enough river at that point, because then that, whoops, that kind of determines, like, how far we go. Because the river goes doink, doink. Oh, wow, I am so far off, it's not funny. Alright, well, you go up. Now, this is not the fun part. Remove, 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 remove. Oh, I removed too many. You can probably move over one more. Does... No, he doesn't. I was like, does what's-his-face tell me anything? But he doesn't. I wonder at this point if I've gone too far out this way. So if I... Did I, like, delete one? I did. So I wonder if I can just bring them in one. But again, our house isn't like... Oh, then again, I guess we just improv. Oh, actually... I wonder if... 1, 2, 3, 4... 2, 2... Okay, they are the same. It's like, that's probably the easiest way to check, and I can probably move our house. I mean, there's not exactly, like, anything that goes near it or anything like that, so I don't think we'll get punished for that. Now, all that's left... I seriously can't go any smaller, can I? There is... Look at that miracle chest right there. I have all the river too. I can't... I seriously can't go any, like, closer in. Unless I move the other way. And that's only gonna give me one, isn't it? So if I move up one more... Oh, this is gonna be a pain, isn't it? Yeah, that's all river. I can't get these two to connect. Like, I have to go in, like, one more that way, I guess. And then... And even then, I'm off by one. Aw, man! And I can't go that close either, because Adren's Windmill has to have a little bit of a... I'm so confused. No, they are the same, unless, of course, no? Unless I just do this and cut it back a little bit. Alright, well, we're just gonna do that. Why not? As long as I get the completion, I don't care. I don't think there's any other road. Whee! Alright, well... I'm just gonna do that. Let's have a look at Diorama. Request 12%. Alright, well that's that, and now... From there, we kind of line up the hag's house. I think the hag's house has to be, like, facing Adren's Windmill. I think that's a request. She wants the powers of Adren's Windmill to bless her. So we shall do that. Why is my thing not working? That could be why. Hopefully when this camera goes back, I can actually... You know, yeah, I can. I was like, wow, I can't look around, and it's making me sad. Little bit of a heart attack thinking, oh god, my thing's not working. Power up powder, awesome. Repair powder, lots and lots of powders. There's one more miracle chest here. Undead Buster. Hi, hag. You startled me. How should I build? Yeah, I like my house in front of Adren's Windmill's blades. I think... Bench outside that can sit in the sun and the jars. I like them to display outside too. Okay, so for that, I think... Where is Dran's facing at the moment? I can't see. Can I... I think it's the other way it's got to face. Camera? Doesn't quite work the way it does in the dungeon. Yeah, it's got to face that way. So I don't know without the blades it counts, but I'll have a look. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna count. I guess the only way I can tell is to build Dran's Windmill. But before we do that, Gaffer's Buggy is over here. Have you now... well, no. Move. Maybe if I just take him down. No, the store is not open at the moment. Leave me alone, you old goof. I have many more customers. Oh, I just had to move him over 1 square. It's all good. So that makes me think maybe if I go that way and line it up. I'm still curious. If it doesn't work, then I will need to do the event for Dran's Windmill. How should I... No. Alright, I'm assuming because there's no blades, she's a bit upset. I don't blame her. Let me fix her house first though, because that's not done. She could be a bit grumpy at the moment because her house isn't fixed. Alright, now the house is fixed. She should be happy. Be happy, you old hag. Hi, good to see you. Everything's back the way it was. I don't even know how to thank you. Well, I decide I'll give you a hand. This gal's hand to help you on your quest. You can use my closet to store items you don't need. Come and drop items anytime. You're a lovely dear. I'm sorry I gave you a bit of an awkward, evil voice there. Alright, let's do that. Let's drop some items off before I decide to be stupid and use them in the dungeon when I don't want to. Alright, so... Check in, check in, check in. I know what you're thinking. Why are you checking that in? Also, check these in, because they're for fishing. Check that in. Check that in. Please do not use that, as I said. Parrot powder. Be good to me. Those can go in for now. All these need to be sold. I can't check the broken daggers in. I had a feeling about that, but I just wanted to double check. Or should I do... You know what? I don't really need to do Bandit. I can do Bone and do both, so I might just do the Bone Slingshot. Because Bandit, we might just save that for, like, something else. These can go in for the sake of, like, my storage sanity. And I think that's everything else that I need to ditch for now. Excuse me. Alright, well, let's do Dran's Windmill. It might fix my issue, it may not fix my issue. I just remember the hag being an old hag and so annoying that it drove me nuts that I left her and then came back and did like one little thing and apparently it fixed her. It was weird. Alright, so the event at Dran's Windmill is this. As I said, this could have caused her to not work. Because now Dran's Windmill is working, and the magic now starts to come alive. So you also get auto-teleported in here, so there's going to be like a ton of different things. Horn Key is what we need to get into the boss room. Fire. can, I get around properly. Thunder, there'll be a lot of elemental stuff in here for your magic stuff. So if you don't feel like buying them, then yeah, you'll probably want to get the miracle chest in here. There's also going to be some wind, keep going up, and you'll get some holly. So that's everything in here in regards to miracle chest. Now outside is gonna the miracle chest that you really want to snag. So outside of Adren's Windmill, we are going to find fish candy, which raises defense of Zhao or Asta, and fluffy donut, which raises the defense of Toan or KrimZen. Now, was I to believe that there was a fluffy donut around here? Did I imagine the floating miracle chest? I thought I saw a miracle chest, maybe not. Maybe I imagined that miracle chest. Maybe it's all part of my imagination. Maybe life is just part of the imagination. No. But if you stand near it... Okay. I don't think I can move. Oh, I can. But I was like, that gives me an issue, but apparently I can just squeeze up there. How about now? Are you serious? I left my house in front of Dran Windmill's blades, alright? And isn't it odd that with all the... I don't know how much closer I can get you, love. Like, it's literally facing... I am so confused. As I said, the last time I did this, it was just... I am really confused. Like, that is literally in front of it. I can't get any closer than that. I chose the wrong thing. I want bridges. I doubt this would make a difference, but it's something. So, bridge there. Unless, of course, I put the bridge there. As I said, highly doubt it'll make a difference. Worth a shot. I have one left. But there's only 4 on the map. Awesome! Then again, for those ones you don't really need to... 25%. Well, that's only my house and the Gaffer. I'm pretty sure that didn't make a difference. I can't think of anything else that would change this. Or was it when I beat Dran? Because she does mention, go see what's wrong with Dran. Maybe that's stopping it. Make me sad at that point. Alright, well, now that's that side. I mean, you could also go through and decorate. And put some tree there, maybe. And a tree there and there. I mean, this is where the problem is. I don't have... I think I got a road back because of that. I just gotta put 2 trees there. Unfortunately, I gotta keep some trees because I think someone's request is they want some trees next to their house. Next up is Alnet. Turn her around. Alright, so let's go check the miracle chest. Prickly. Tasty water. Now we're going to get a lot of water and fishing related stuff from our net because the boy I think is really keen on fishing. So Mimi, there we go, Fruit of Eden, lovely. Gourd, lovelier. Lovely gourds means I can survive longer with Asta without having to swap or need to drink water. Here you guys are like, make sure to hydrate. And I'm like, longer between hydration is always better. Night 6. I also got to keep an eye on the time. because we have a certain timed event we need to go on, and I might consider saving at night so I make sure I don't miss it. Plant Buster. That's just saying we can't climb up on the bed. Hi! Oh, it's you, KrimZen, so you were okay. I was locked inside some weird thing, but I don't really remember much. Anyway, good to know you were both safe. I like a lamp at the front door. It gets dark and scary at night. Alright, well that's one request. Now we have to go find little Carl, because Carl, unfortunately, is the way we unlock the other question mark. So where is little boy Carl? Right there. Hey, KrimZen, bro, you're in one piece. I thought you were dead. Cheers! I like my storage cabin with me treasures inside back again. Alright, well that's easy. Snap your fingers and I'll just, you know, spawn one out of midair. That's how good I am. Basically, just pulled it out of my ass. That's almost what this is. I'm just grabbing things and pulling them straight out of my ass. Ah, KrimZen, there you are. Who's talking? Oh, out there. I kept my promises. Just a moment. Any moment. Oh, wait. What's she scourging for on the bookcase? Here, a fishing rod is a... Who keeps a fishing rod in the bookcase? That's my question. I got this from Uncle Pike. See? It says Pike! Where did the other name come from? But I don't really use it. Now it's yours. Hey, don't tell Uncle Pike, okay? How do you use it? I don't really know, sorry. Ah, sis, that's not fair. Didn't I tell you I always wanted that? What are you talking about? You almost drowned in the pond once, remember? I'm not allowing you to fish. It's too dangerous. What the? Aw, man, that's not fair. Hey, when you get the chance, make a duck for it. This is awkward. Alright, well, now that the awkwardness is out the way, I think when you do requests for this one, you have to do both. So if they're both not happy, then rip you. I'm so glad those huge muscle men really freaked me. Oh, that's right. She didn't want to be next to Macho and Camacho. Well, they're not even on the map yet, so that's fine. Now, as for Carl, what was his request? I think Carl's request was to be near some trees or a pond. They're nice people. Did he have a request? Alright, we need Claude's house. I'm going to turn that around. And go there. But I'm not going to do his house just yet. I'm going to wait for the... I can technically do it, so it's already good to go for the event. I just, you know, can't do some shenanigans. Was that him walking around? It is. Hi, Claude. Hello, KrimZen. I thought I was finished when I was put inside that weird bubble. Oh, don't forget the box for candies. That's most important. Of course it is, buddy. Of course it is. The most important thing in life is your candy box. That's the moral of this story. Alright, well, we're not entering that. And for the sake of my sanity and the sake of the playthrough sanity, I'm going to save. Because if we don't do this right, then let's just say goodbye 100% playthrough. Alright, well, next up is Laura's house. And I've lost Laura's house. Gotta go one up. I can't double check, Oh, hi! Hi, KrimZen, I found you. How come you don't play with me anymore? What? Xena? Wait, what? Is that really your name? Huh? The hell's wrong with people's names? I was like, I don't remember a character by the name of Xena. I remember Gina. Don't forget Gina's tricycle. Put it outside of the house, please. Why is your name Xena? Why is your name not Gina? Huh? What is wrong with my disc? I've paid money for this disc, and it's making me laugh. I didn't pay that much money, luckily. I think I paid like $20, mostly in shipping, by the way. Was thrown on top of it. And I don't know if I regret it or if I love it. What is with this game, though? There's so many errors. Oh, it's you, KrimZen. How did you make it? Were you stuck inside that strange bubble too? Oh, we have lots of stuff around the house. I like a storage cabin for storing the clutter. Aye aye, Captain. Let me snap your fingers and spawn it out of the bubble. Now, we can definitely do this event, though, so there's nothing stopping me from not doing this event. Not the dumbbell, not that either. We want a tricycle. So Gina, not Xena, can ride, since that's all she cares about. Ah, KrimZen! KrimZen! Look, Gina's house. It's back to normal. Then who's Xena? Impressive. I thought you were only a kid, and now look at you. I will cook for you today. Please stay with us for the meal. Here, take this. For you, KrimZen. Adren's feather, thank you. Isn't this pretty? If you keep this, your body will become light. Set it to active item and bring your cursor over it. Hold down the square button, and you can move. And as you move, and you can move faster. This way even Mum won't be able to catch you. See, it's even American spelling of Mum, and that triggered me, because it's M-U-M, not M-O-M. You damn Yankees and your weird spelling. Can it hurry up and turn morning? Actually, I'm going to just do another safety save. I am so... Like, this brings me anxiety, this particular event. Because it really does screw your game up if you don't get this particular event right. Because this event can spawn two things. You don't want the second item, you want the first item because it's a progression item. So it's morning. That weird pop in. Hey KrimZen, what's up? Oh yeah, that's right. I have to give you something to fix in my house. Let's see what I have here. Yeah, take this. Come on, I insist. So if that's cheese, I'm resetting. Candy! Okay, you're all set. See ya. Cheers. No, seriously, cheers. If he gave me cheese, I would have been very angry. So if you come during midday, he's asleep. If you come see him in the PM or at night, he will give you cheese and you'll be very, very angry. Because you do miss out on the candy, which is, as I said, a progression item. So go ahead and store that at the Hag's Hut, and I'm an idiot who forgot to check if this dude's in the right spot. Yes, excellent. And that's always the best cook. Just smell that, I'm in heaven. I didn't check Gina and Laura, did I? Wow, where in heaven's... Hag, where are you? Why is my bag full? Horned key we need. Fishing rod I'm gonna put away. That can go away, that can go away. That can go away. I have so many items I need to consume. I should probably do that now. I have 2 power-up powders just to top off. Alright, well, let's do that now. Alright, so fish candy for Asta's defense, which goes from 1 to 7, which is amazing. I think you can also soft reset on that, as the values that you get are indeed RNG. So we're going to feed both the Fruit of Edens to Asta. Now, HP does cap off on these characters, so don't think you can make them invincible. Same with the gourds. There is a maximum amount of water value that these guys can have. I think Asta will max out after this. So I think that's max. That also cut down quite a lot of my items, which is good. Horned key will get used, so don't worry about that. Everything else just had to go. Now, I was over at Claude's house, wasn't I? When I realised, oh, my inventory is full. Bread. Boo. Alright, so I did not double check. Not you, Laura. I didn't double check you. I'm pretty sure you are okay. Let me double check. Thank you, KrimZen. Gina's happy too. She says she can sleep now. What was your original request? It's quiet during the during the night because we're far away from Mia's house. Mum's snoring is kind of loud now. Zena, who are you? So confused. Alright, Paige's house is up next. So Paige is right in the corner. For Paige, I guess we have to do it this way. Might do it like that. Alright, so Paige doing the event here is like the best ever, especially for early game, for doing all the miracle chests. I already put that in Paige's house, which is why I'm confused and can't find any miracle chest. So fishing pond goes in front of Paige's house. That makes sense. And Paige is being Paige. A rip. Where is the ditzy one at? Ah, hi. Found you. Ah, you're alive. I was worried, thinking something happened to you because of me, but thank goodness you're okay. Now tell me how to rebuild your house. Don't forget a lamp is scary at night without oh, why did I save you? Alright. Well, it's worth it in the end, I promise. KrimZen! Good to see you. I made a new pouch. It's for you. Cheers. There, done. Looks like it can carry a lot of items, huh? I'm allowed to now carry 10 extra items for a total of 60. Okay, I wish you luck, KrimZen. Go for it. Cheers. I didn't actually ask her, what she wanted. Well, that's a Don Goof, isn't it? Well, Pike should be happy. I don't know about his alter ego, though. Fishing is great. You should try fishing too, which I will. Paige, what about you? So that's why Dad was in a good mood. Oh, okay, so I only had to refill one mood. Alright, so that's that. Now, if you really wanted to and make everything pretty, you can just stick a tree there. Now, we've got that. We have one house left. I've left the funniest for last. The machos. And yes, there is a lot of empty land. Tasty water. You gotta hydrate. Especially these dudes. Now, probably these two are gonna troll me, aren't they? Oh my god, they troll so hard. Where are they? Oh, hi. Hi, Kamachu. Oh, thank you, KrimZen. Say, what happened on the day of the festival anyway? I remember a light flashed from the sky, and the house has disappeared, and after that, I don't remember a thing. How should I reboot? I'd like the house to be someplace where I don't have to go far for a good workout. Huh? A fence and a lamp would be nice. We had stuff any decent person would have, you know. Now, what about your bro? Ah, KrimZen, I missed you, man! Your smile really brightens my day. Look, don't forget to expand my room in the barbell. Put that outside. Oh, fighting is what a man should live for. It's a basic fact of life, right? Which is basically telling me put it closer to the dungeon. Can't get any closer than that, believe me. Any closer, I'll be right at your front door. I wouldn't have a clue. Where is what's-his-face? My dude Macho decided to macho man out of here. Fish candy, I'll gladly take that, by the way. Asti! You know, I'm gonna have one day where I say Asta in one of my recordings, and then my dog, Asta, is gonna be so confused that she's gonna come run into my office door and then be confused why the door's shut and why I continue to talk but don't talk to her. Where the hell are these two macho men? I'm being trolled so hard at the moment by these two men. Alright, well at least we've just had an afternoon shift, so luckily during the splits of the day, everyone moves around, so aha. Nah. I don't know if the request, well here's a good way to test. It might only work if I've got to finish the actual house. Now, we're going to have a lot more miracle chest after this. Whoa, KrimZen, ya done it! Thanks to you, our house is back to normal again. Here, this is for you. Keep it. Stone breaker, which would have been very handy if I did that, you know, before floor 3. Hey, that's mine. Hey, bro, what do you think you're doing? Like I always tell you, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. That's how things are between big brothers and little brothers should be. What? Grrr, I can't take this anymore, bro. We're gonna settle this with a battle. Oh, really? Ready when you are. By the way, the little dude is actually the big bro. Okay, while they're fighting men, we're gonna, you know, duck out the door. Now, they didn't troll me, did they? I'm just gonna go double check in the house. Now that the annex room is in there, I'm sure they stick around home a little bit more. Ah. The cave is full of monsters now. I know Dran doesn't like it, but it's really exciting for me. I always like a good challenge. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's good. The cave's tough lately, KrimZen. Fighting with weapons is not the way to go. Only hand-to-hand is true. Okay, so you actually have to finish the house to actually get the, you know, good on ya speech. Which is so weird because, oh, then again, I haven't quite finished the second request, which is, I'll find out what's wrong with, Dran. So maybe that's why I'm not getting a 100% on the hag? Still confused because I've never quite worked out what her... Yeah, I think it's because of the second one that I haven't beaten Dran. Whoops. That I haven't found out what's wrong with Dran. So now all that's left is a couple of things, couple of windmills. Wait, did I screw up and be like, I'm just gonna put a windmill here when I shouldn't have? No. Town exit. Apparently I can't read. Like, I'm trying to read the map and my eyes are like hurting, which is telling me I've overdone my eyesight again. Thanks, Ranger. That's all I can blame. So one windmill there. And now we want the other windmill. Where are we? Other windmill there. Any miracle chest? I don't think they spawn miracle chests. I think I'm just dreaming on that one. We can also pretty this place up with 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm gonna stick one there. Oh, I kind of feel one should have gone over here. You know what? It's a little cramped over here. Maybe I could do this, because then I can bring it back here. Yeah. That's a better. Now I've got one last windmill to deal with. I still have plenty of road, no idea what I'm doing with that. I swear this map's incomplete, so I guess I figure out where to put this. I guess we stick it there. Nah, no miracle chest. The one thing though I want to check, I can't walk. Maybe it's one of the other levels I'm thinking of where a miracle chest spawns there. The last bit of road. Completely optional what you do with this. Just do something like that, I guess. Maybe at this part you may as well, you can do what you want. I'm just kind of fiddling around to kind of spruce it up a little bit. And then I've got one left there. What does one do with one bit of road left over? Now it's awkward. What do I do with it? Maybe I should just do it there, even though it's a bit odd, but it does hit the gaffer a little bit better. I think I've used everything. Oh, I still have like one bridge. And there's no like, I guess put it there. May as well. I don't know. It's a bit awkward having road there though, isn't it? So if I put that there, that hits all that, and then maybe link that up. And then link that up. Okay, that's better. Now we're looking like a village, and I think having done that, I've used up all of the pieces. Which means now... Oh, wait, that's a miracle chest. How did I see that? A gourd. Oh, lovely. I'm pretty sure now we get the message saying... Hello? Hello? Well, let me use that then. 17 defense on KrimZen. It's making me scroll for it, of course it is. No, I'm not at max. I think I am now. Like, I have to be at max, surely. I could just go through and do like one last little check to see if there's any miracle chest laying around, but I think I actually do have them all. Which is awesome. Oh wait, there is one place I haven't checked. I don't think... Let me just check down here. Because I generally don't remember, but I'm pretty sure the chief, like, some might spawn randomly in trees or something like that. So I might just need to check all the trees. Miracle chests, they're quite finicky little things. But they are so worth it if you can bother hunting them down. But I doubt they spawn in the trees. That's stupid talking. Tweedledee and Tweedledum side of me is now speaking. Alright, one last check. And this episode's worked out really well, actually. It's gone a little bit over time, but I did expect that because this is not easy to do. I hate rebuilding Norune. But there is one that's a little bit more confusing. I am not looking forward to doing that town, and then after that, I think it's pretty straightforward. Alright, well, that's pretty much it, unless I've missed an item, which I don't think I have. So that means all that's left in the next episode is to finish off Divine Beast Cave. And we can also... This doesn't have... Wait, are you serious? No! The game crashed! How did the game crash? Are you serious? Oh, I am so lucky that I saved at a certain point and I didn't lose that big of a progress. Oh, you are serious, aren't you, dude? Well, that's fun. Well, I know where I am, but how far has the village gone back? I can easily clean this up, luckily, in between episodes, but that was really unfortunate. I don't even know why the game crashed. It was just a little pop gone. Luckily, it wasn't a hard crash where I've got to reboot the entire PS2, as in like unplug it and then put it back in. I've had one where it's done that. The whole system's just, I gotta like lose power. So I will do this in my own time and I will meet up with you guys with the village all complete. Unfortunately, I can't guarantee it's going to look as pretty as it did when it crashed. I can't believe that. All I had to do was just say, until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying we're going to, finish Divine... I can't even remember if I said that. We're going to beat Divine Beast Cave next episode fully and hopefully 100% Norune Village and see the shebang for the next part of the game and go from there, but couldn't wait another 5 seconds. I'm still missing half the village. Yay! Well, at least everything kind of looks nice at this point on the graph, but yeah, I'm gonna do that in between the episodes and I will catch you guys in the next episode, hopefully with a just as pretty village. And we'll do what I just said we're going to do before the crash happened. Alright, until next time, make sure to stay beautiful. And this is Lady KrimZen, who's slightly salty at the moment, saying, ciao for now. Oh, but chest, not forever. Ciao! My bag is full!